Amid the renewed fight over immigration in this country, the Supreme Court is now deciding the fate of President Trump's travel ban, one of the most controversial executive orders to come from this presidency so far. NBC's justice correspondent Pete Williams is standing by at the high court. Pete, looks like you were just handed the decision. What can you tell us?
The decision says that President Trump wins. The Supreme Court has upheld the president's travel ban. This is the third version of the attempt to restrict travel from mostly Muslim countries after the first two were struck down or had a bad time in the lower courts. But by a 5-4 ruling, the Supreme Court says that the president has the power to control this kind of immigration in the interest of national security. You may recall the administration said this version was different, that it was enacted after surveying the policies of 200 countries around the world to see how well they gave the United States information about people who applied for visas to come to the U.S. and how good they were at fighting terrorism in their own borders. Now, after gone through that whole process, they still had the same ban on 5 of the 7 original countries that were covered by the first travel ban that was enacted shortly after the president came into office. But stepping aside from the specifics, this is a big legal victory for the president. It comes, of course, during a time when his administration is mired in an entirely different kind of immigration question. But on this one, by a 5-4 ruling, with the court's conservatives in the majority, joined by Justice Anthony Kennedy, and the court's liberals upholding the president's travel ban, striking down a lower court order that had blocked the administration from imposing the travel ban. Now, as a practical matter, the government has already been enforcing this restriction that was announced last September. The Supreme Court in December sort of prefigured today's decision by lifting a stay that had been put in place by a judge after a lawsuit from Hawaii and several Muslim organizations and Muslim individuals who said that it violated religious freedom. So, Craig, a big victory for the president. Back to you.
Our justice correspondent Pete Williams there at the Supreme Court. Let's go to the White House now, where Kristen Welker is standing by. Kristen, this was the first Trump policy to undergo a full Supreme Court review. A win for the president, no doubt. Any word from the administration so far?
No reaction yet from the administration, Craig, but there is no doubt this is a legal and a huge political victory for President Trump, who's been fighting for the travel ban ever since he first took office. He's argued it's a matter of national security and protecting the U.S. from Islamic militants. Opponents, of course, have said it's racist because the ban targets mostly Muslim-majority countries. Now, it comes after candidate Trump called for a complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. Once in office, he softened that language. A big win for the president ahead of the all-important midterm elections, Craig.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.